Welcome to the 5th episode. This is Monia,
I'm Marilyn.
Jocelyn.
and today we are talking about anxiety. So, to start it off, have y'all ever experienced or still experience anxiety attacks?
Um, well, I do when I'm in like a social public gathering or in a public place. I sometimes start to freak out randomly, like out of nowhere, and um I don't say like I just start to like overthink stuff, and then that makes it worse. And so
Hmm.
then I just I don't know. I don't know how to control it. I just go home.
And cry about it.
What about you? Just look.
Maria, what about you? For me, yes, I have. Well, I have had an anxiety attack. So I think it was January or February. I went to go eat with the youth at my church because they invited me. My cousin invited me, like, you should come with us and eat with us. I was like, okay, so I did. Typical me, right? And so we get there and we sit at like a long table, and I thought my cousins and my brother were gonna sit near me, but they sat on the other side of the table. And so I sat with this guy. He was sitting in front of me, and it was so awkward. I was like, oh, why did I do this to myself? And so I only had 2%, right? 2% on my phone. So I couldn't use my phone because I was about to die. And so we wait on the order. So I go to the restroom, just to do my business. And I come back and we get our food. And then we eat. And the guy, he's like, those tenders look really good. I was like, oh, thank you. I was like, oh, I didn't say oh, thank you. I'm like, yeah, they look good. Yeah, I was like, yeah. Like a little small talk.
The tenders?
Yeah, chicken tenders. And I just felt awkward. I was like, oh, like I guess I was having an anxiety attack, and I was like, after I finish eating, I'm gonna use the restroom, so I have to be in this awkward situation. So I went to the restroom, and I kind of had like a meltdown. I had like a meltdown, like a small. I was just crying a bit, not a lot, but
just a little bit.
just a little bit. And so I'm like, please don't cry because you're gonna know that you cried in the bathroom. And so yeah, I mean yes, I have had an anxiety attack, but yeah, it happened that time. It sucks having, I guess, an anxiety attack. It really sucks because you don't know what to do like in that situation. You just feel like, I don't know, you feel like everybody's just looking at you, like judging you, see what you're thinking about. But yeah, that's my little story. I have an anxiety attack at a restaurant. Yeah. What about you, Manu?
My anxiety attacks happen in school mostly. It's mainly because of like work due. Like my brain keeps telling me, you're gonna turn it in late. What if you don't do that? Or what if you don't add that in that sentence?
Mm-hmm.
But like whenever it's like kind of jitters, like it's the last day to turn this in, and yet you haven't finished it. I get that anxiety attack where it shakes me, and I feel really bad. Like, why didn't I do this a week earlier? And it's like you start to hate yourself. Like, why do you do this to yourself? You do this to yourself all the time. But when it's like restaurants or something, and my parents are like, "Oh, we always order all the time. Why don't you go order?" That's when it's like, what am I supposed to say to this dude? What am I like? What do I order? What if I have to order something new because my parents want something new? Or It's also the same thing when like buying something or like asking someone for help. Like, hey, can you help me get this off the shelf or something? But in my mind, like totally something. Like, okay, have y'all ever had that kind of thought where I know what I'm gonna say to this person, but then you say like some type of gibberish?
Yeah.
All the time. All the
Like you
time.
practice beforehand, and then there you say something random like I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last time, well, sorry, you can continue your story.
Oh no, you can do it.
Last time at work, some lady asked me if I could like pour teriyaki sauce on a container, and my worker was like, "Oh, what does she want?" And I told her that she want. I don't know what I was saying. I was like, "She wants teriyaki in a container." I don't know. I said it's some weird form, and she's like, "Huh?" I was like, "She wants teriyaki in a container." She's like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Oh my gosh, not even make sense half the time." In my head, I kept like overthinking about it. I was like, I look dumb.
They probably don't even remember.
Sounded dumb, yeah.
It's always funny, especially like with a teacher. Y'all remember the yearbook teacher, right?
Yeah.
How mean she was.
Didn't she make you cry one time?
Yeah, she did. It was something stupid. It was like basically I was trying to take pictures of this club, but I said that I'm gonna take pictures at this time, but the the club advisor straight up just called everyone from their classes before I did an all call. And then he yelled at the yearbook teacher because he said that I already brought all the students and everything, but then I wasn't there because I wanted to do an all call, and you can do all calls when there's class change.
Uh-huh.
So then, when I went into her classroom, she yelled at me, and the whole class went silent. My yearbook friends were like, "Are you okay?"
That's
It's like an avalanche just started from that mountain when she yells. But like, I don't know, she gives me a lot of anxiety and like she scares everyone. So, basically, I was thinking about like maybe I had the pictures ready, but then I straight up said like some type of alien word. And then I realized what I was saying, and then I was like, no, I mean, dude, that was, I don't know, like, I wasn't even saying straight words.
That's what happens when you get nervous.
Yeah.
And they're
Yeah.
like, huh? I was like, I have to repeat myself again.
Yeah. There was this one time where I went to a party and I
You go to
usually
the club? Dang, you go to the club.
I usually don't go to parties. And so this time I went and I was forced, well, I forced myself to go. And once I was there, I was looking around and everybody seemed like they were having a good time, whatever. And then I said like no one was like I guess socializing with me, and so I felt out of place. I started to feel out of place, and then that's when I started to like have a I guess anxiety attack, and my eyes started watering, and I was just sitting down, and I was just there, and so if it feels weird when you experience that in public, an anxiety attack, because it's like what do you do, like you don't want to show it to people that you're going through it, so it's
Hmm.
hard to like hide it, and it just sucks when that happens in public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope, sucks. Happens to me all the time.
What are some situations or things that trigger y'all's anxiety?
Maria?
um, I guess talking to someone new and school in general. like deadlines. I really hate them because the last 2 years of high school, it was just straight deadlines, either at like 10 p.m. or like 11:59. But like, it's like it's straight. You have to do this thing for a week and then turn it in Friday or Thursday. And I'm procrastinating all the time, 24/7.
Yeah, me too.
And then I just have those anxiety attacks where you didn't turn it in. And then just talking to strangers like with my gibberish language.
Yeah, when I have what triggers it for me is like social interactions with people like at stores when I have to be like, oh, can you do this, or well, what, yeah, like, can you help me or do that, or whenever I don't know.
Oh, so like explaining.
Yeah, like asking for help basically,
Hmm.
or like doing phone calls.
Mm.
Oh, that's just, I don't know.
I hate that. I hate it.
Like phone calls, like you don't know who's on the other side of the phone. How are they gonna like greet you? Or yeah,
Hmm.
it's just, I don't know. It gives me anxiety to think and stuff like that, or like to do phone calls, or basically do social interactions.
Mhm.
What about you, Jesslyn?
Me. Um. Let me think about. Well, let me think about it. Okay. What triggers my anxiety? It's because I don't want to repeat the same thing.
Or you can
I mean, you
repeat it.
can say yeah, What is it? Interacting with others. Um, like at work, I have to interact with everybody, right? Like I have to like ask, like, oh, can you get this for me? Like, where is this? And blah blah. And I guess for me, I'm like kind of too scared to speak up. And at work, you have to speak up, right? Like if you have a question, you have to speak loud, because that's
Hmm.
what I'm having trouble with. Because whenever I'm asking someone a question, they don't hear me. I don't think they can hear me at all. And so I asked them one more time, and then I'm like, you know what? I just give up. I'm not gonna say anything. But yeah, I mean, there's other ways that anxiety.
Or like the thought of bothering
Oh
someone.
yeah, bothering someone. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now like online classes.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really interesting. Okay, how does your body react due to anxiety?
Monia?
um if okay, I start to like shiver, um and then like I have a headache, and then it's like kind of like that feeling, I just want to like have it done, like that feeling of um I guess relief, like I don't want to feel anything anymore, but I feel shakiness, I can't write, or it's like it really plays with my emotion of like sadness because it automatically makes me sad, and
Yeah.
then I feel droopy and tired, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, for me, I feel like crawling into my own body. Like I just want to hide. Just crawl into my own body. And when I've noticed that whenever I get anxiety or suffering nervous, I start, if I'm with someone, like let's say for example I'm walking with someone in the hallway and I start feeling anxious, I just start talking gibberish, like stuff that I don't even know. Like I just start spitting out some stuff that I don't even know, and that's a big I guess sign that I give when I'm having anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Big giveaway.
Thank you. I have anxiety. For me, like I, like you can say, I don't know how you would explain it, but like butterflies in my stomach. I think because like whenever, well, let's just say, well, just say you go to Walmart, right? You see someone from like I don't know from school or someone that you know, like you know, and you see them like at the store, and you're like, oh my gosh, like I know them. Like you start freaking out for no reason. Like you don't even know this person, but you're like, like I don't want to see them. Then you start getting butterflies in your stomach, or whenever you talk to someone, you know, I get well. If you say something like dumb or stupid, you're like, oh my gosh, I said something really dumb, and then you start like freaking out, never thinking about it.
It's like a pressure in the stomach, like sometimes when I'm really like anxious, I do feel like throwing up sometimes, even though I know I'm not because I'm scared to throw up, but I do feel like that feeling. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it always happens whenever you're having a conversation with, I mean, I don't know about like other people, but for me, whenever I talk to someone and like they don't understand what I'm saying, and they're like, oh, like what do you mean? Like they give you that face, like what do you mean? I was like, in my head, I was like, I don't think they understand what I'm saying. Then I started like saying stuff to myself, like, I don't think you make those sense. I don't think you make sense at all. I don't think they understand you. Like, you should shut up and just move on with your day. But yeah.
True. Do y'all have social anxiety?
Well, now it's a little bit less because I have to talk to people like on a daily basis, new people. Especially for college because there's like more people emailing me or wanting to do Zoom calls. And it's like, I gotta do this. I can't be like my old self in 10th grade where I was too shy to talk to people. And when I didn't talk to people, it gave me anxiety that are you gonna be like this forever? Are you just gonna not make friends? Are you not gonna talk to anyone? And because I stayed quiet for so long, I actually got headaches, and I really hate those headaches. Sometimes I really need people to talk to me, or else it's like a sharp pain, or like my jaw hurts.
For not moving it right now.
Yeah, like I don't know why this happens. Like sometimes I just don't want to talk, but like my whole body's like, no, you gotta talk.
Yeah, I feel like that has happened to me before too.
I feel like my social anxiety like affects my everyday life. You can say so. You can say so. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I feel like it does. It really affects me a lot throughout my day. Like on Sunday, I like we had like a little like get together kind of party because my cousin he was coming from somewhere, you know. We're gonna say that because I don't
from a different state.
From a different state. And so we had like a little like get together kind of thing. So like my family, my uncle's family, it's just us, right? And so I wasn't expecting the people from my church, you know, the youth, because like it's because my uncle invited this guy who works with him, because he has like, oh, like when are you gonna do that chicken or like tacos or whatever. He's like, oh, I'm doing them this Sunday. You can come over. And so whenever my mom told me that that guy was gonna come over, I was like, oh, like why? Like it should only be us. And she's like, well, your uncle invited him. I was like, oh, okay. And so my mom texted my cousin. She was like, oh, you can invite your friend since we're inviting her brother, so you can invite her. And so yeah, later they came, And like I thought it was just gonna be them two, but like the other youth came over. I was like, oh my gosh, like why do they have to? I mean, I don't mind, but I just like it's I guess family time. It's kind of awkward because my cousin who was coming from that state, he 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 doesn't really talk to them, so it's really weird to to invite them. And I was like, crap, they're here, and like me, I'm not really crap. I'm not really close to all of my cousins. I don't really talk the way that I talk to y'all. To y'all, sales. To y'all, like, it's so different. Like, I kind of hate it because I want to say something, but, like, my mind is like, no, don't say it. Like, don't say it. You're going to say something stupid. You're not going to make any sense at all, so just don't try. Just stay quiet. And it freaking sucks because, like, later that day, you're like, oh, I should have said that. I should have said this and this and that. Like, why did I, you start, like, questioning yourself, telling yourself, like, why didn't you say that? Like, why? Why was it so hard to say that? Social anxiety, you gotta love it. But, but yeah, I mean, I feel like it plays a huge role in my everyday life. And there's days where I actually think, like, am I ever gonna, make more friends? Date someone. Like I always think about that.
Yeah.
Like, am I gonna be like this all the time, like forever? Um, it sucks feeling that way. I don't. I just. I don't know. There's times where I'm like, I don't know what to do anymore. Like, it freaking sucks. I guess just run away. Just run away. I guess. Yeah. I mean. Yep. Social anxiety. Yeah. I mean, plays a huge role in my life, which I don't like.
I would say that for me, it also plays a big role. Especially when it comes to, like I said previously, like interactions with others. Like this Saturday, we were going to go buy food, and we were going to do a left turn, and then while doing the left turn, we were waiting for our turn to do the left turn, and we were gonna start going, and then we hear a boom, and a Cadillac hit us in the back, and my parents were freaking out, and they were like, "Oh, call the police, call the police." So I didn't want to do it because of social anxiety. Like I don't know. I feel I panic, and so at that moment I was like, you know what, I gotta do what I have to do. So I had to call the cop, and when they told us to pull into the to this place near the where it happened, and we were waiting there, and then my dad gets off of the car and checks the back of the car, and the back of the car is like there's no damage done to it. So then the cop gets there like 2 minutes later, and when it gets there, we're like, oh yeah, we don't, like, he asks us, do y'all want to file a report? And we're like, no, we don't. And so we basically called the cop for nothing. And I was like, he could have been doing something else, and that happened. And so yeah, but yeah, I had to talk to an authority, and that was nerve wracking.
Yeah, honestly, I would die to talk to an authority.
Yeah, I have a quick story also about that. Like, kind of happened to me. I was, well, I think like a week before before this little accident that I had, like going to school. I was at Walmart, and the car there's like a huge truck. He was backing up, and I'm assuming he didn't see my car, but I feel like he saw my car. I mean, like, it's right there. He was backing up. He hits my car. He just leaves. He thought no one was in there, but I was in there. And so I started, like, panicking, like, oh my gosh, like, what do I do? Should I tell my mom? Like, I was panicking. Like, I don't know what to do. And so my mom comes, like, oh, they hit my car. They just hit my car. It's like, call the police. I was like, no, I mean, he left. There's no point. I was like, why did I tell her? Like, why? Why did I tell my mom about it? And so the week after that situation happened, I was heading to school and this guy behind me, he hits me. He hits the back of my car. A boom. I was like, oh crap, someone just hit me. I thought it was a car like not behind me, but the car behind that car. I was like, oh, well, I kind of felt it because I got hit, and there's a cop. There's always a cop directing traffic heading to school, and I guess he heard the sound because it was kind of loud, and I like continued driving because I'm like I don't want to stop traffic because of me. Because like I care about other people, I don't care about myself for some reason. But I should have stopped and like call the cops and like let them know about all of that, about the situation that just happened. And so I just go to the school, like I'm panicking, like my heart is like racing, like I'm panicking. I go to my parking spot and the guy follows me, which was really nice of him. He was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine, sir." Blah blah. He's like, "Oh, I really didn't do that much damage." I'm like, "Well, there's like right here, it's like a little damage." He's like, "Okay, let me give you my phone number." So he did, and so I texted my brother like, "Hey, I just got hit. Can you call insurance?" Blah blah. And so I guess my brother called insurance. Insurance like, "Well, we need a report so we can report that." And my brother told me like, well, he told me he's like, you have to call I don't know, some number to report it to the cops. And so I called the county police department, and then like I kind of like started panicking because like I don't know what to say. And so the lady's like, okay, like, did it just happen? I'm like, no, this happened in the morning, blah, blah. And she's like, where are you right now? I'm like, I'm at my house, blah, blah. And, and so yeah, I started panicking. She started asking me like what type of car he was driving, what type of car I was driving, what I'm driving, and I couldn't answer because I don't know about cars. So I was like a Toyota. I was like a Honda. That was like a Toyota. Accord. She's like, do you mean a Honda Accord? I'm like, no. Toyota. I don't know. Toyota Corolla. I think it's Toyota Corolla. It's like, oh, okay. It's like, okay. She's like, well, I will call you later. I will send a cop to your house. I was like, oh crap. Like I did not expect that. And so like an hour later I received a call from a cop. He's like, hey, like we can't really do that since you didn't call when that situation happened. And so we can't really take your report. You have to do it online. And so I did it online, and I was like really scared to tell my mom, right? And I didn't want to tell my mom. Like my brother was the only one who knew about it. And so yeah, nothing. I did the report online and everything, and I have like never heard back from them. Has been like, when was it? I think it was like February. It was in February, so it has been like months. Never heard nothing back from it. My mom like, the last time she brought it up was like, I don't know, maybe like in March. It's like, oh, do they ever call back? Blah blah. I'm like, no, they haven't responded. Like I already did a report. They haven't responded at all, so I don't know what to do. It's like, well, call them. I'm like, okay, I will try. And so I never called them at all because I was really too scared to ask for questions. So to continue with my story, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, my mom, she kept asking me like, oh, like when are you gonna call? And I would always say like, oh, I will call, probably next week or this week. And I asked my brothers like, hey, can you call for me since I'm at school and I'm not able to call them? So he calls, and I think they tell him something else. I don't know what they told him, or I feel like he never called at all. And so my mom asked, like, oh, like, did y'all, like, receive an answer about insurance, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, well, it already happened, like, 2 months ago, so I don't think it really, they're not gonna, like, solve it, or we're not gonna have answers at all. And I told him, I was like, at least I'm good, am I right? Like, I'm good, nothing happened to me, like, it might happen, something up, and it was big.
Yeah.
And and then the person who told my mom was my aunt. I was like, no, because my mom came home. She's like, your aunt told me that your aunt asked me if you were good, and I was kind of confused what she was talking about. And mom was like, did you get in a car accident? I was like, well, they hit me in the back. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, yeah.
They know everything.
They know everything. Cause the reason why my aunt knew is because my brother asked my cousin who has been in an accident, and so yeah, my brother had to ask her some questions about that. So yeah.
Your cousin's a snitch.
Well, she wasn't a snitch. Maybe she was worried, something might have happened to me.
Yeah. I was worried too.
Wait, I told you. I told you, right? Yeah.
I don't if you did, I don't think you did.
Oh, you told me that story.
I did? Yeah. Oh, yeah, because, when I got to school, sucks. I mean, learn how to drive. I mean, like, practice drive. Like, this is why I don't like sharing this, like, stuff, because I feel like I get scared by it.
I mean, it's part of driving.
It is.
You never know. You have to be safe out there. Know what you're doing.
Even though you're safe, but there's others who they don't care about others. I try my best to have my distance between cars. Yes. Okay.
Wait, who was the guy?
Some white guy.
Oh.
A really nice car. Like your car.
It was a Cadillac?
Yes. It was really nice. I think
he took that to school?
No, it was some random guy. He wasn't from school, but it was a random man. He was an older man.
Oh. I thought it was like some type of senior.
No, he was like,
it was me.
He gave me an excuse, like, well, sorry, my boots were really heavy. I was like, oh, okay, nice excuse. Yeah. Well, he had an accent, so I was like, eh. He's like, my boots were really heavy, that's why. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I don't care about your boots. You hit me, didn't you?
That's not your fault.
Yeah. Well, I don't care. Cool. Well,
He's trying to flex,
Yeah.
His boots were real heavy.
Here's the thing. He gave me the wrong number.
Oh, Lord.
License, but he gave me the wrong number. So whenever we wanted my brother wanted to talk to him, but it was a different number. He's like, no, this is not the right number. This is this person. I was like, oh crap. And I was like, oh crap. Well, I guess can't really report on it. Can't really report about the accident. So yeah.
He thought of that like right on the spot to give you the wrong number.
I don't know if he did that on purpose or it was an accident. I'm not sure.
I mean, his boots were real heavy, Who knows?
Yeah.
Whenever I hear y'all say something about a Cadillac, I'm like, was it like involved with my dad?
No, I don't think so.
But then I'm like, nah, my dad would have killed that person. Nah, man. Like every time, like something's like, like a cart hit the car or something. Either my mom or my dad would be like, take a picture. Like it's only me that has to take the picture. They're like leaving, and I feel like shaky because there's people staring at me, kind of because I'm outside the car taking the picture of the license plate. This always happens. Like I don't know why. Like my dad parks like like in the last where it takes like 10 minutes to walk to the store. Um or a market and legit people just starts parking over there or like puts their shopping cart right in front of the car so we can hit it. Are y'all good at hiding your anxiety?
I feel like I it depends on the situation for me. Um, when I'm like really really anxious, I guess I tend to like mumble stuff that I don't even know, and hiding it. I guess I'm not really good at hiding it. I'm better at hiding my emotions than hiding my anxiety. Well, anxiety might be considered an emotion, but like I can't control that as good as my other emotions, I guess. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
Hiding? Well, I don't know. Hiding my anxiety. I don't. I don't think. I think I'm good at hiding it. I don't know. Have you ever seen like me being having like anxiety? Well, I tell you, whenever
Yeah, but
something,
like
but
I don't know.
I don't know. I think.
I feel like it depends on the situation, like I said. But I don't know.
No, I feel like whenever I'm with family, I feel like I hide it. Like I don't let people know. I just stay quiet and I don't even talk to no one. I know, like that situation that happened on Sunday, but I just stay quiet. I just really don't talk that much. I mean, yeah, I won't say I'm good at hiding it, but I just know how to hide it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you?
Do y'all know the movie Cat in the Hat, where like it's like the real life action one?
Yeah.
I freaking hate that movie. That movie scared me. I remember I have like a story over that. So in my room, I used to have like a closet, and I always thought it was the cat that was behind my closet for some reason. But I was always scared to like at night. I would always be scared because I always felt the cat in the hat was gonna come out of nowhere. Ooh, fuck that. Yeah.
That was me with FNAF, honestly. But the Cat in the Hat's new. But like, do y'all remember the part where like the house looks normal, but when you go inside, it's like crazy?
Yeah.
That's like me. Like legit in the outside, it looks like everything's so fine. Like she's doing her work and she's like quiet, but then the inside, it's like, oh my god, this thing needs to be due right now. I need to do this. I need to do my chores. I need to like take a shower. But I have this due at like 5 minutes.
There's a scene from SpongeBob. I don't know. I think it is a episode where he's I guess doing a lot too, and you can see a lot of like SpongeBob's in his head, like in his mind, sorting things.
Oh, the scene where they have the file cabinets and he's like, oh, what's his name? We can't remember his name.
Yeah, I feel like that's me. Yeah, I relate to that scene a lot. I feel like that's one of the scenes I remember the most about SpongeBob SquarePants.
I don't know. I mean, I have seen the episode, but I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know. That's scary. No. I don't know. Sorry. I don't know. I don't know. That scene just scares me. I don't know. The gorilla where Patrick turns to a gorilla.
Oh my god.
Dude, that episode scared me when I was little. Like, I hated it. I never
I
liked
think you hated people like I think you would have hated furries if when you were little.
Furries are scary.
No, I feel like the reason why I was scared because it's what is it, animation?
Animated.
Animated? And so I guess it was weird for me to see like an actual like thing
Come to play.
come yeah, come to
Mm-hmm.
like the thing that
Realistic.
yeah, realistic, yes. I
But
don't know,
yeah.
I just never liked that. I don't know. I thought it was really creepy and scary.
Sometimes it's just like the Patrick scene where he finally got his head together, his forehead. His brain just clicked. Do
um,
y'all believe in medication for anxiety?
for me personally, I do not believe in anxiety medication for the reason because I feel like it doesn't help. Like I feel it's all like it's all a mentality. Like I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like it's all in your head basically. You take a pill, you're like, oh yeah, this is gonna help me, but in reality, I feel like it might not have a great effect as you think it does. And
Mm,
I feel like I remember when you Monia, when you used to take it,
yeah.
I would see you and I would see you so like drowsy, like so like I don't know, like so tired, and I would be like, nah, that's not. I just feel like I honestly feel like you could anxiety could be controlled. It could be controlled at to a certain point because there's people that have severe anxiety. Maybe they may have to take it, but like people like for me, I feel like I wouldn't. I feel like I have the control to control most of it, you know.
Mm,
But yeah, that's how I feel about it. I feel like it doesn't like I don't really believe in it. I mostly prefer it just going away naturally.
I feel like doctors they like I guess they try to find solutions for like motions and all that. Like like for the body, if you have a headache or stomach ache or something's hurting your body, they have pills for to help you cure it,
Yeah, help it.
yeah, help it like relieve
Relieve it.
relieve the pain. But like I think anxiety or depression doesn't work that way. I know there's like a lot of people who are like, well, I think pills do help me. Everybody's different, right?
Yeah.
Like we know what's best for us. We know how our body or mind is. Like we know how we might react to it. Like eating pills. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of people might not agree what I'm might be might not agree what I'm might say or with Marilyn because I don't believe that medication helps anxiety at all. You know.
I feel like it's all in your head and stuff.
Mhm.
mm,
Like there was this one time, well, I took psychology, and it was like this test done on a group of people. I forgot what the test was exactly, but they gave them a pill, and the pill contained nothing, like no dosage of nothing. It was just like a pill, plain pill, just for the fun of it, you know. And they made people take it, and they were like, "Oh, I see a change, blah blah blah." But in reality, the pills had nothing in it. Like I feel like it's just all in your head, based on that experiment that they did back then. But I don't know. It's just my opinion.
um, well, I do agree with you that um, pills are like flower pills. They just don't do anything. the the anxiety pills actually really made me worse. I felt more anxiety, and when I didn't take it anymore, I listened to my mom. I actually felt better. It was so weird. Like I didn't feel as tired or like heartbroken. The anxiety pills really made me depressed, and I don't know why. But like I feel like if you're severe, try to get therapy or like get some type of or like look to where you're happy. For example, some people feel calm when there's like um a service dog with them or like a service cat or animal. if you feel comfortable in getting a service animal, then go for it. And if it helps you, then take that instead of pills because some people react to them. Like me, I take pills and then it makes me really worse, especially like allergy pills. They're supposed to help me, but they don't. Like they make it worse. And then my inhaler, so the doctor has been like telling me, "Oh, your lungs are bad. Your lungs are bad. You need an inhaler." So one time my mom kind of wanted to test it out why I need it. So I didn't take it that day of a test and the doctor was like, "Your lungs are really better now."
Dang.
Yeah. So ever since then, we just kept lying to the doctor, and she's like, "Yeah, your lungs are better now. Like it's like you can breathe better now or whatever." It's so weird. Like I actually feel better now, because of that. But like she would always say that, even if I pass the test, like um you need to take the inhaler, you need to take the inhaler, and the inhaler kept making me fat because it has steroids. And then it made my lungs feel like made my lungs feel shriveled up, man. It felt real bad.
Mm.
But I feel like if you just exercise, like with lung kind of exercise, that breathe heavily or something, it helps. Also, meditation really helped me, like yoga. My lungs were feeling better. I was doing it for maybe a couple months. My
Yeah.
anxiety was also decreasing because of yoga. So like I feel like if something natural like exercise or like a plant, because y'all know my backyard and we have like plants of like any kind.
Yeah.
My parents would just say, if you eat this, you'll feel better, and I do feel better. But like that test really ruined me. Like when she said, "Oh, you look better now." My mom's like, "You're not going to the doctor's office anymore unless you're doing a physical or like you're in danger. You need to go to the ER."
Dang.
Yeah. So, and it was a waste of time because she would call me every week. Even with the anxiety, she would also like try to frequently say, "Oh, I sent you the pills. I sent you the pills." But like, we're just not taking them anymore, and we told her that. And it's like, "Are you sure? You're actually doing better." I'm like, "No." And she's like one of the best doctors. So,
Then you prove her wrong. You're like, yeet. Oh, I mean,
Wait, did you actually like stop taking every medication?
I take my blood pressure medication because that one's actually helping me.
Yeah,
But like,
you should always take.
yeah, like I think it's called anafro.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that actually works. But like something like loratadine, that did not help. That was flour pills.
Yeah.
Um, then the nasal spray made it 10 times worse. And
Yeah.
then inhalers, it was wasting my time, wasting my lungs. Legit, just I was doing so much better when I didn't have inhalers until she started giving me that. I was so out of shape and like I had to run a marathon in elementary school and I was still taking the inhalers and it took me 3 hours to finish that marathon. Well, some people it was 45 minutes.
Dang.
Yeah.
I feel like doctors.
I mean, it depends on the patient or the person too, cause like when it well I'm talking like wow when it comes to like medication for like depression and like anxiety and stuff like that, I feel like it's more for people who are more who have it more severe.
Mhm.
And like with regular medication for like respiratory problems or like anything like that, I feel like it's more it depends on the person. It depends on the person mostly. Cause like for me,
Yeah.
I still have my inhaler. I take it whenever I'm out of breath or I'm doing like exercise or something. And like you said, it's for you. It's different. I guess you don't take it anymore, but for me, I still do because it actually helps me when I use it. So yeah, I feel like whenever I use it, it I feel a relief when I need a grasp of air. But like when it comes to like I said, like medicine for mental issues, I guess. Not I don't want to say it like that, but like basically depression and anxiety. I feel like it's different effects, and it might not even work. You know?
I also feel like if it's more of an emotional problem, you should do like talk to a therapist, not a doctor.
Yeah. Basically, that's what I'm trying to like say.
Yeah. Because like certain doctors, every doctor is kind of different. Because my mom asked this Bangladeshi doctor, and she's like, "What are you doing? She doesn't need inhalers. They're full of steroids, and they're doing nothing to her. They're making it worse." And she heard that from like four different doctors.
Yeah.
And so, yeah,
It could
like,
be
uh,
like in your case a misdiagnosis, like like maybe that wasn't what was going wrong with like what was going on wrong with you. I don't even know if I said that right, but yeah, like you never know.
yeah. Or it could be because they want insurance money or something.
Yeah, or they just
Assign you as many pills as they can.
yeah. Um, do y'all have anything else to add?
I guess like advice is don't assume that you need medication. Try to get rid of it naturally, or like just talk to someone if it's emotionally damaging you. Um, and yeah, like pills, it was for more severe patients, like as in like if you need painkillers because your arm's chopped off or something, or like is not for like the average person who has like sort of that severe problem. Like that's what I'm trying to say is like it's like me. I have anxiety and it makes me shake, but I'm not at that point where it makes me have seizures or something.
Yeah,
Yeah. So if you're like me, then try doing something naturally, not automatically going to pills. But if you need it, you should always talk to your doctor about that.
Like talk to I think therapists can help with your
Yeah.
anxiety and depression.
but it costs a lot of money.
Oh yeah, damn, that sucks. I guess you can talk to a friend or a dog, since they can be therapists
Like for free.
for free. Why not?
Oh wait, who said it? Like the point where it's all mental. Like,
Me?
okay, yeah, my mom's sister is a therapist, and she said that it's all in your head. Like, if you keep thinking you're healthy, you're actually healthy. And so when my mom was like, she was like suffering from a cold attack, and then she kept telling herself I'm healthy, and she started to clean and doing chores. And then all of a sudden, like it's like she never had a cold sickness attack.
Dang. Yeah, I feel like it is all in your head. I feel like like when it comes to like anxiety, I feel like sometimes your own like it's all in your head because sometimes you add on top of what you're feeling like oh they're thinking this of me or that group of people is laughing at me when they could in reality be laughing at something else and that adds to your anxiety and it makes it worse. But I don't know. Yeah.
Talk to your friend. I mean, with that one situation that happened to me, I told a friend.
You told a friend.
I told a friend about it. I told Marilyn about it. But that situation is so freaking awkward. Just like, oh.
Like for me when I'm like and when I'm having an anxiety attack or something um and I need something to like occupy myself in the moment, I start texting Justin or one of y'all, and that helps me
But
calm
like
it down.
me personally, I don't feel comfortable telling anyone about it. I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable telling my mom about like my personal stuff, my thoughts on like stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe because I don't have that trust with her, but I don't even tell my brother. So sometimes I keep it to myself, where I tell someone about it. Well, mostly Marilyn, but yeah.
Yeah, same. Because I feel like when I ever tell my parents or my mom mostly, I feel like they don't understand because I feel like they just don't understand.
Yeah.
They were raised in a different era, in a different time.
An era.
But yeah.
Would you rather, if you had the ability, would you rather stay in space or stay underwater if you have the ability to breathe? Like, without oxygen.
I'm gonna say space. I feel like space is be more interesting to live or travel there. I don't know. The ocean, I just don't know.
I was gonna say the same thing because I feel like the ocean I'm kind of scared of. I don't know. I don't know what's under there. I mean, I don't know what's up in space either, but I feel like I'm more afraid of the ocean. Yeah. What about you?
That makes sense. I mean, honestly, I think I would like to be in the ocean because unlike space, you do see planets, but you just see like a black void with stars most of the time. But like underwater, you see like a variety of fish and stuff that you can explore.
Yeah.
And the risk factor of getting eaten.
Yeah. Please be sure to follow us on our social media platforms at Introverted Girls Talk. And as we like to say,
yes, we talk.